Hi and welcome to Visual C++ calculator tutorial. So let me just clear that and start by entering that, multiply that by this, there, multiply by 2, there, and backspace, backspace, backspace. There we go. And let's add that to this. There we go. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take you guys straight into Visual C++ development environment, and we put one of these together. So I'm going to close that and open up another Visual C++, minimize that, come right here, and let's give it a name. Let's click on continue without code, and there we wait. We go to the file and select new project selected. There we go, right inside the new project. Make sure you click here and select Visual C++. You select C++ and here select the Windows. Okay, so let's scroll down. We now need the empty CLR. Right there, the empty CLR. Notice the one I'm going to be using is .NET Framework. Okay, take note of this one. But mine is going to be .NET Framework. Select that and let's click on next. And let's give our project a name. I'm just going to call it calculator tutorial. Okay, that's fine. Now let's click on create. Now our calculator tutorial is ready. So you either click on it and select the properties, or you can always click on this icon right there. Okay, once you click on that icon, you see the linker. Click on the linker, drop it down. Let's select system. Inside the system, you see subsystem. Come in here, change that to Windows system. Now come back right here and select inside the linker as well, select advanced. Inside the advanced, just going to type in, change the name to main. You can call it whatever you like. Make sure you click on apply, click on OK. There we go. Now come back to the name of your project, right click on it, and let's select add new item. Select new item. You either select UI or you select CLR. So inside the CLR, I'm going to select Windows Form Application. As you can see, the CLR says create a CLR form containing other window controls. Let's look at what UI is saying. The same thing, created CLR form containing other Windows controls. So you can use either of the two as far as I'm concerned. So now I'm going to come in here. You see the name is called my form, so I'm just going to leave the default name. I won't bother tamper with that. Click on add. Now my form is ready. Unfortunately you end up with this error, but that's no problem. Scroll right down. That is your where you enter your code. Double click on that and this opens up. Right underneath here we're going to enter as follows. I will show you guys. I will actually include this to the link of the description area of my program, but I do have to enter the name of my project in there. So I'm going to change this name in here. That's the name of my new project. You see, as you can see, the error is gone, so that's fine, but we still have a problem because the form, I won't be able to open the form just yet, so I have to close my program and reopen it all over again. So I'm going to do that now. Click close. So I'll now come in here, just get my Visual Studio ready. So that's the name of my project. Click on that and it's now opening up. Okay, the development environment is ready. Look at the form. The form is now ready for us to use. Double click on that very form. That form should open. There we go. So I'm just going to drag the form that much. Yeah, that's cool. The next thing I want to do is let's come straight to our toolbox. Right inside the toolbox, first of all I need a button, so let's come right down here. We need a text box. There we go. I have a button and a text box on board. Select the text box, click on the rectangle here, and let's select multi-line. That's good enough for me. Come right down here, drag and drag as much. The button that is behind it, I'm going to bring it right there. Let's go back there, come down here, bring the button here, and here just going to drag the button that much. And now let's come to the properties, the font of that very button. I'll select both anyway. Let's change the font to about 15 or 16, or maybe I'll go for 18. There we go. Maybe 16 is fine. 16 bold, that's good. All right. Okay, I need 4 across, click, drag to 3 and 4 there. So let's just select this, make it come in here. I want it to be consistent. I'm going to make that 80 by 80 there. Let's drag it, add some space, or drag this, and there we go. So copy, hold on to your control, click, drag, release, click, drag and release. There we go, guys, and that is all that we need to do. So what I'm going to do now is, first of all, this very one, I'm going to change the text content to 7, 8, 9 plus, and so on. Okay, and there we go, guys. Okay, that's how my interface is looking. Now if you are wondering how did I manage to get this done, you can always get that inside Word. Just open up Word and go to insert. You should be able to add this to your system. So to add that symbol into Word, go to insert and come straight to symbols right there. Click on symbols and click. We need winging. Let's come right down. We need W right there, and scroll right down. That is the symbol right there. Copy that very symbol, close that, you copy it and close that. You can always come straight to your program. In here, select that and go to the font where we have the text on the font. Paste it on the font and come right here where we have the font. Select the font and make sure you select winging, else you will just end up with ordinary dot in there. Okay, and that's it. Click on OK. That'll be all. All right, make sure your project is named. My display is called TXT display, and the buttons, that one is called BTN space, and this one is called BTN digit 7, BTN digit 8, digit 9, BTN digit 4, BTN digit 5, BTN digit 6, and so on. So now what we want to do is, I'm going to double click on my form and declare some variables right underneath here. You see right underneath program, just press enter, and right here I'm going to enter the following variables. There we go. I have my first digit, second digit, result, and operator. Now let's go back in here. Okay, back on the form, I will now select all the number buttons. Select the 0, 1 as well. I'll then come straight to the event, and let's look for click event. Inside the click event, I'm just going to give it a name. I'll call it enter number, and press enter. Now right underneath enter number, or right inside this procedural area of enter number, I will then enter as follows. Let's declare as follows. Create an object called button. This object button is enter from there, and here I'll just call it number, or let's say numbers. So that's the name of my object. I'm going to say is save underscore cast, and that is going to be from the button. And let's enter sender in there as well. Okay, sender is going to carry out all of the operations here. Now I would then use an if statement. If txt display dash text equals to 0, because if you guys look in here, I already entered 0 value on my text box. To do that, just come right down to the text and enter 0 in there. So back to my code. So right there, I will now enter curly braces there, and inside the curly braces I'm going to say txt display dash text equals numbers dash text. Copy that and paste that in there. Numbers dash text. There we go. And I'm going to enter semicolon in there. Else, enter curly braces again. It's going to be number dash text equals number dash text plus whatever we have in here. So I'm going to copy this again, paste it here, and just add a plus sign there. So if I run the program, I should be able to enter whatever numbers I select. So let's try that out. Click on yes. Okay, let's try out the numbers. Yeah, the numbers are working as I expected, but this is not doing anything yet, so I'm going to close that. Let's come back in here, minimize that, and I will now select all of the operators. Go to the event again. Inside the event, I'm just going to call that operators or enter operator. Enter operator, yeah, that's fine. Press enter. Now I'll come down here and just copy this and paste that in here. So I can just call that numbers ops. Right. So inside the numbers ops, what I intend to do is the variable I declare up there. Let's come up here and see the variable. Look at that. First digit. Whatever value we have inside first digit, or whatever value we have inside txt text, we want it displayed inside the first digit. So I'm going to say double column. Let's pass whatever we have inside txt display dot text or dash text straight into first number here, and enter semicolon there. Now let's say txt display, let's clear whatever content we have in there as well. So I'm just going to copy that, paste it right underneath here, and we clear whatever we have in there. There. And we want to now assign whatever operator we have. Let's come right here. What's the name of it? It's called operators. So I'm going to copy operators, come right down here and just paste operators equals numbers, number ops, number operator, okay, dash there. And that's all there is to that. So that's taken care of as well. So what will happen is these 4 lines of code that you're looking at, this is actually an object. These 3 lines of code that you guys are looking at will take care of the various operators I have here, the 4 operators I have here. So let's take care of, I'm going to take care of the decimal. Double click on the decimal here and press enter. In the case of the decimal, I will use an if statement. If not txt display dash text dash contains, okay, let's enter curly braces there. If it does not contain this, let's copy that. So if the text txt display does not contain the decimal point or the date or the dot, then we can go ahead and take care of the other take care of the functions. Now that the decimal place lines of code is entered, let's try it out anyway. Before we continue with that, let's enter this in here. That should have been entered here, else there will be an error. There. Let's try it out now. Okay, let's just try that out. There we go. The decimal point or the dot is actually working as we want. Let's say multiply by 3. Unfortunately, this is not working yet, so let's go back into the system and take care of the equals. So let's double click on the equals. Okay, right in here I'm going to press enter. So let's call my variable called second digit, and second digit equals whatever we have in here. Copy that, just paste that in here and enter semicolon there. But we are supposed, this is which I should have copied. Copy that and paste that in here. There we go, and that is it. So that's my second digit. So I will now add whatever value I have inside second digit and the first digit together to get the plus sign. But let's use an if statement to take care of that. If operators, this very one, yeah, copy that. I'm gonna have to put that in a bracket. If operators equals as follows. If it's equals to that, then enter curly braces. We want result equals first number or first digit, this very one, plus second digit plus second digit, and enter semicolon. In that case, txt display dash text equals system column convert column to string, because the text only accepts string, so we have to convert that straight to string. Now just enter result in here. That's what we are converting to string. There we go. Enter semicolon there. The first one is taken care of. Now let's take care of the others. So I'm going to copy all of that. Come in here, just enter else if, paste. If the operator selected is subtraction, I want you to do this. Get it subtracted. Now come in here and do that. Copy all of this again. Paste. This one will be, let's say that's division. That will be division as well. Paste, and if this is multiply, this one become multiply. There we go. The equal sign is taken care of. So take a good look at the lines of code from here up to here. That is for the equals. There. Okay. Maybe we should run it. Let's run it and see. And let's try that out. Let's add this to whatever and multiply that by 4, divide by 8. Yeah. but the clear functions are not working yet, so just gonna copy this. Let's copy this very one and use it for the clear. Come right down here, double click on the clear. I'm gonna paste that there. That takes care of the clear, I believe. Oh, there should be a 0 in there, right? Yeah, and the second one, repeat exactly the same thing for that. There we go. Now what is left for us to take care of is these two. So double click on the plus minus. For the plus minus, we enter as follows. There, those are the lines of code for the plus minus. Now let's take care of backspace. Double click on backspace and press enter right there. Right there, those are the lines of code for the backspace. So I'm going to just save and run it now. Okay, let's try it all out now. That's it. Let's multiply that by 3, divide by 52 there, and that's multiplied by 2. There we go. Let's try out the backspace. No, that's supposed to become 0 if there's nothing in there. So let's come down here. So I'm just gonna copy this and delete some other values in there. Do that again. Copy all of these, paste. So if backspace equals 0 or equals nothing, that should be equals there. If it's equals nothing, then we want it to default back to 0. So come right down here and just enter 0 in there. There we go. Yeah. So this should always, and make sure this is the display has a 0 on board. So let's come in here and try it again. There we go. So we have some values in there. Backspace. That is correct. Alright, so let's try out multiplication. There, divide by 14. There we go. So with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. You all have a nice day now, and please do subscribe to my channel. Bye for now.